This is Carl from National RV Detroit, and I'm going to walk you through this Flagstaff, this 2019 Flagstaff model 27 RKWS rear kitchen wardrobe slide. Okay, so I'm obviously on the door side of the trailer outside here, so I'll go over that. In the very back here is your water heater. Alright, so let me just open it. Alright, so right now this is in winterized mode, so there's antifreeze in the system. That's why the drain plug / anode rod is out. Of course, it screws in right there. Alright, now I want you to see that there's a switch here in the lower left hand corner, right there. If you can see that, it's just a rocker switch. That controls this electric heating element, so keep that in mind that there's a switch outside that to turn the element on and off, just for the electric heating element. This obviously works on LP gas or electricity. Most people use electricity, so keep that in mind. Also, because this drain is empty, always make sure that there's water in the water heater tank before you ever turn it on to use it, or else you'll damage it. So you always have to make sure it has water in there beforehand. Now I want to show you quickly that this hole right here, for example, there's a crank in the front compartment with a cylinder on the end with a slot cut across it. You can use that to crank this slide out in and out manually if you need to. So it's a really good feature to have. Also, let me look back here. We have stabilizers, power stabilizers here. Okay. They come out one at a time usually. And so if we come over here, let me get this right so I can see it, so you can see it. Okay, so right there, I'm trying to see it with the camera here. Please bear with me. Okay, on the off door side of the stabilizer rack, I mean this one switch controls both rear stabilizers. There's another switch for the front. But if you need to crank it manually, you can use that same crank over here and just put it on the end of the shaft and crank it manually to get yourself out of trouble. Hopefully I said that correctly. You have a power awning. Your grill rack, we're still cleaning this for you. So the grill top folds out and you have to manually plug it in. So this is a quick connect LP fitting right here, and it will go right into here. Okay, and then there's a little valve on it. You turn the valve on, so that's where you connect that at. There'll also be another one for your grill also, which I'll show you in a minute. Your steps fold into the trailer. They're kind of messy now because we're cleaning away here, but you can adjust the length of the legs independently just by pulling the pin out and sliding them up and down till you get them how you want them. Your grill hangs right on this rail here. There's also a table that'll hang there. And there's another LP quick connect right there. Hopefully you can see it. It's there. Okay. So you have to connect that also. Here we have video out, antenna out. Whoops, let me get a focus on it. Antenna out plus power. And that is a mount for a TV if you wanted to put a TV out here. You can see the power awning also has an LED strip there. Okay, so this is the table I told you about that hangs next to the grill. This brass colored crank is the one you use to do the slide outs and the stabilizer jacks in case you need to. Now the small crank is for the power tongue jack in case it ever fails. You can pull this plug right out of the top here and crank it manually. Alright? And there's the switch for the two front stabilizers right there. This is just for a solar panel. If you want to get a solar battery charger, you can plug it in there. Right? You have two 30-pound tanks. This is a battery kill switch right here, if you can see it. Try to get a picture of it for you. Right there. So you can disconnect the battery just by turning that red plastic key on and off. All right, fresh water drain is right under here. You have a gray tank valve here and your black tank valve here. Now, the black tank valve is for the black tank, which is toilet water and waste. The gray one is sink and shower water. So you'll always dump the black first, right? And then you dump the gray just to wash the hose out a bit. Also, you can leave your black valve open, and this is a black tank flush right here. I'm trying to get this so I can see in this monitor. Black tank flush right here, so you would just put the hose in the dump station on there, turn it on, like it says always leave the valve open for the black tank. Turn it on, it'll spray out the inside of your tank and clean it up really well. This hose, this is a refrigerator service panel, but this hose should always be hanging out like it is. This hole here is to get this slide out in and out, so you can use the same crank on it to achieve that. And you have a second gray tank here called a Galley Tank, and that's located right here. That's for the kitchen sink. All right. Hot and cold shower water. This is to antifreeze to winterize it. This is your city water hookup right here. That's where you're going to get your city water from. It's the most common way to hook up the trailer. Just put on the hose and go. Here's your water pump in here. Your water filter canister. This does come with a filter. And you can select, right now this valve is selecting the fresh water tank, but if you want to draw through this port here, antifreeze through this port, you would change the position of this, okay? All right. 50 amp plug, because it's a 50 amp system. Cable and satellite through. Now you have a ladder here, which is a good thing because you can go up on your roof and inspect it every 90 days or so. You don't have to drag a ladder out or anything. So you or somebody needs to go up there, you know, in the spring, in the middle of summer, and then again in the fall. Look at all the sealant and caulking on the roof and make sure there's no separation or cracking, anything like that. Make sure there's no damage to the roof from road debris or branches. So just inspect it every 90 days. Right here, this housing is telling us that this is pre-wired for a backup camera, so you can get the Furion camera that fits in there. This is the vent for the range hood that's over the stove. So you can pull push these tabs up right here, and it has a baffle inside that'll flap. So you want it, when you're venting, you want it to flap freely. Otherwise, if you're not using the fan in the vent hood, you're just going to keep it shut. Okay, hopefully that makes sense to you. All right, so let's come around here. You also have outside speakers.
I don't want to eat it. I'm not sure.
Okay. Still cleaning up in here. All right, so this is the control panel right here. Your 3 slide outs here. Your power awning here. Never leave the awning out unattended, so when you roll it out, if you're going somewhere, roll it in. Don't take the chance because the wind can whip up pretty quick and damage it, so always leave it in. These are just lights here. Your levels are checked here. Your battery. Fresh water tank is empty. Black tank is empty. Gray 1 is empty. And gray 2 is empty. Gray 2 is the sink over there. Okay. Gray tank 1 is for this shower and vanity. Okay. So as they fill, they'll light up in 1/3 increments. When it gets past 2/3, you got to start thinking about dumping it. Now, I told you that the water heater for electric had a switch on the outside that I showed you. There's also a second switch here, so it has 2 switches. That's for the electric heating element in the water heater. To light it on gas, you do it right there. To turn on your water pump, if you're carrying onboard water, which you can do if you're camping someplace that does not have city water, you can carry water with you and pump it like that. And this is for your tank heaters. Each tank, the gray tanks, the black tank, and the fresh water tank all have heating pads on them. So it'll actually extend your camping season. Basically, you can stay out later in the fall and go out earlier in the spring. Last but not least, this is the Wi-Fi Ranger here. And if you look at this sticker, I'll just generally explain it to you. That is what your Wi-Fi Ranger is called. So when you look on your phone or tablet in the Wi-Fi section, that's what you'll see. The control panel for the Wi-Fi Ranger is right here at this IP address, and the temporary password is this one here, change me now 7747. So basically what the Wi-Fi Ranger is, it's a signal booster. So when you go to public Wi-Fi, you can it has a built-in firewall plus a signal booster, so it's a good thing. Basically you'd put the password for your Wi-Fi Ranger in all your family's devices, tablets, phones, what have you. Therefore, it'll hook up to the Wi-Fi Ranger automatically, and you would just, when you're at the campground, you would go to the control panel to this address, and you'll see everything that the Wi-Fi Ranger sees. You'd pick out the campground Wi-Fi. If they gave you a password, you'd punch in the password, so on and so forth. So it's a good thing to have. There's a second function for this one. I think it's, yes, it's a Sky 4, so that you can have cellular service with it too. It's something you would have to go through a provider and pay a monthly fee and that sort of thing. Most people just use the free version, but you can, especially if you work from your trailer like some people do, you can get cellular service, okay? Alright, so this is your thermostat here. So you got the different zones, different systems. Right now we're on heat, and then on and off by pushing mode. So you just scroll through them basically. Try to always run everything, especially the air conditioner, on auto if you can. It's the best way to run it. Alright, this device down here is the power converter. It converts 110 AC to 12 volt DC. So you see you have regular, let me get a picture of it, regular household type circuit breakers here, and they're all labeled. Then the power is converted to 12 volt DC. Over here you got 12 volt fuses, and they're labeled. So that's where the 12 volt power comes from. This also will charge your battery when you're plugged in, so it's a battery charger. And if any of these fuses were to blow, they'll actually light up, and you can see them behind this plastic, this tinted plastic. So you would just know it. If you're walking by and you see there's a light on, you know that you blew a fuse. It hardly ever happens. It shouldn't happen, but the fuses are there to protect the system, so if you get a wild spike or something in power, sometimes they will pop. Alright, this device here is your carbon monoxide and LP gas detector. See how it's green? It should always be green. It detects carbon monoxide and LP gas, like I said. Well, let me do this. There we go. So there we go. One self-test, coming up, another one coming up, and then back to green. So that you hear that, you're going to clear everybody out, shut the gas off at the front, and figure out what's going on. Also, if it starts beeping very slowly, it's telling you your battery's low. Okay. All right. So let's see where they've got the remotes here. Here they are. Okay. In this brown packet here, there's a basically literature on every appliance in here, so you can refresh your memory and learn things by reading that stuff, of course. So this is the remote for your fireplace. So let me see here. We have it turned off. Here we go. Okay. Give me 1 second here to figure out what she did. Could just be unplugged here. I don't want to look here. Hold on, please. Okay. I think the remote needs a new battery in it. It was just running a minute ago. There's nothing wrong with it. So, okay, I'll make sure that the battery's replaced in this and everything's good. But I'll walk you through it. So you can change the appearance of the flame, right? You can also set the timer. There are 2 fan speeds, off and low and high. Plus there's a thermostat, so you can do a lot with it. You could set it, if you get up at the same time every morning, for example, you could set it to turn on 20 minutes before you get up, and it'll be nice and warm in this room on cool mornings, so there's a lot you can do with it. Alrighty, so this is the, whoops, let me flip it upside down. This here is for the your IRB radio here. So it plays discs, CDs and DVDs. You can stream off this USB port here. You can go straight into the system with this HDMI, so you could put a game machine down here. Let's say you plug it in, go straight into the system that way to keep kids busy on a rainy day. You have 3 speaker zones, 1, 2, and 3. 1 is this room, 2 is the bedroom, 3 is outside. It has Bluetooth, so you can hook up wirelessly with it, with the Bluetooth, and stream from your phone or your tablet, that sort of thing. Okay. And it has a TV, of course. And the TV swings out this way. You can see there's storage back there. Okay. Okay. Nice. Alrighty. So this is the other remote for the TV here. So okay, let's see what's next. Okay, so your range. I don't think there. Well, I know the gas isn't, because this one came without gas. So we just took the test tank off. So I'll have to explain it to you. To light this, you're going to go to light, right? Then you're going to depress it and push this button here, and it will light each burner. There's 3 knobs and 3 burners. Also, you can light there's a pilot light way back there at the bottom of all the way to the back of the oven. So you would set this on pilot, which is that spot right there. Depress it, hold it in, light it. Once it lights, you hold it for another 10 seconds or so till it heats up. Then you put it to whatever operating temperature you want. It cycles on and off. But once you shut it off, it'll turn. The flame will go out, but so will the pilot light. So you have to light it each time before you use the oven. I just want to show you here. This is the back of the water heater. This little panel here is off right now, so you can see. But this is where your valves are. Right now, this is winterized. But that's how you would change the valves on your water heater for summer mode, just so you know. Okay. The refrigerator is a gas absorption refrigerator, so you can see that this is on and off, obviously. All right. Then you can go through the modes. Let give it a chance to go here. AU is automatic. LP is gas. So automatic means it automatically seeks out electricity. If it can't find it, it'll automatically switch over to gas. Or if let's say you leave the campground for a day, it's a hot day, and you put the refrigerator's running on electricity, but you have a power failure in the campground, for example, it'll sense that and automatically switch over to gas, so it'll spoil the food. Okay, and that's how you set your temperature. You can run it dedicated to gas just by going like that. But generally speaking, you're going to be just like that right there, okay? All right. Your couch folds open. It's a tri-panel hide-a-bed. So you pull these cushions off, set them aside. You're going to grab it down here, fold it out, and then fold it back into place, and you've got a very quick, comfortable hide-a-bed for someone to sleep on. Okay. Let's see what I have to do here. I think I've covered mostly everything in here. Now the microwave works like any other microwave. There's nothing unique about it. I told you about the vent hood on the outside, or the vent for the range hood on the outside. You would turn your fan on that way, and it'll vent to the outside. That's a light for it. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, so the bathroom, the sink and the shower work like any other sink and shower, except the shower has something called a shower miser. This is it right here. Now the shower miser is a recirculator. So basically what the bottom line is, you don't waste water when you're waiting for it to heat up. It just circles it around in a loop till it gets hot. Once it gets hot, you have it like this. Once it gets hot, this will change to blue, and you'll know that it's ready to go, and then you would put it in regular mode and you got hot water. The advantage is you don't waste water when there's a shortage. It's a conservation thing. And the other thing is you don't fill up your gray tank with water that's just waiting to be heated up. You're just, you're going to put a few gallons into your gray waste tank, just waiting for this to heat up. So you save both ways. You save storage space in your tanks, and you save water by not just sending it down the drain while it's heating up. Okay. Now the toilet, this one, like all toilets, RV toilets, you have to remember that you can't run it dry. So this is the flush pedal for right here, and directly below there is the black tank, right? So what you do is, let's say you just pulled into the campground, you hook up the water, you hook up the electricity, and then you come inside and you will just basically stand on this pedal, and because it's hooked up to water, water will come swirling out. You're going to put a gallon or two into the black tank. You just stand on it. It doesn't have to be exact. You're just putting water in the tank to start off with. You have to do that before you start using it. Each time, if you have the black tank, if your black tank is empty. So keep in mind that you want to put a gallon or two. It doesn't have to be exact by any means. Okay, so the bedroom, this is just telling us that this is pre-wired for a second air conditioner. So what would happen is this vent would be pulled out and the air conditioner fits in there. They're telling you right here that there's wires behind here for the sensor for the air conditioner, if you need them, if you're going to do that. So it's a quick install because it's pre-wired. That's why you have the 50 amp system. All right, this is telling us there's a TV backer, a backer board back there. So we put a bracket here. You got a signal and power. Signal and power. All right. Let's see here. That's basically covers it. There. Okay. So let me look and make sure that I've got everything here. The table leaf will obviously come up and locks into place, just so you know that. This is your grill for the outside. I told you there was a grill. So you have that. Okay, well, I want to thank you for purchasing your trailer here at National RV Detroit. And remember what I told you about inspecting your roof. That's very important. And also, it is in winter mode right now, so there's antifreeze in the system. Okay, thank you very much.